President Joe Biden on Friday accused Republican Donald Trump, his likely 2024 election opponent, of instigating the January 6 attacks and then refusing entreaties to call them off, putting the deadly 2021 uprising at the center of his bid of re-election.
Members of his staff, members of his family, Republican leaders who were under attack at that very moment, pled with him, act, call off the mob. Imagine had he gone out and said, stop. And still, Trump did nothing. It was among the worst derelictions of duty by a president in American history.
Biden marked 3 years since the January 6, 2021 attacks with his first major campaign speech of the year, applying the heat on Trump as his campaign pushes against questions about his handling of the US economy and his age 81. Trump is 77. Biden vowed that he will make the defense, protection, and preservation of democracy his central promise and suggested that a vote for Trump meant a vote for dictatorship.
Whether democracy is still America's sacred cause is the most urgent question of our time. And it's what the 2024 election is all about. The choice is clear. Donald Trump's campaign is about him, not America, not you. Donald Trump's campaign is obsessed with the past, not the future. He's willing to sacrifice our democracy, put himself in power. Today, I make this sacred pledge to you: the defense, protection, and preservation of American democracy will remain, as it has been, the central cause of my presidency. America, as we begin this election year, we must be clear. Democracy is on the ballot. Your freedom is on the ballot.
Trump, who was president from 2017 to 2021 and is again seeking the Republican nomination for president, contested his defeat in 2020 election, prompting thousands of his supporters to attack the US Capitol on January 6, 2021 in a failed bid to stop formal certification of the result. Biden said when the attacks on January 6 on the US Capitol took place, there was no doubt about the truth, and that even some Republican members of Congress and Fox News commentators had publicly and privately condemned the uprising from Trump supporters.
When the attack on January 6th happened, there was no doubt about the truth. At the time, even Republican members of Congress and Fox News commentators publicly and privately condemned the attack.
Republicans challenging Trump in the 2024 nominating contest have mostly steered clear of criticizing Trump's actions on that day. As opinion polls show, Republican voters are less likely to blame Trump for his actions on January 6 than they were 3 years ago. He reminded Americans that Trump has called his opponents vermin, the same exact language used in Nazi Germany.
Those who oppose him, vermin. He talks about the blood of America as being poisoned, echoing the same exact language used in Nazi Germany.
Before his speech at a community college in Blue Bell, Pennsylvania, Biden took a tour of the Valley Forge site of George Washington's Revolutionary War-era winter headquarters in the bitterly cold month of late 1777 and early 1778. In his speech, Biden compared Trump's bid to hang on to power to the example set by Washington, who stepped down willingly after 2 terms as the first US president. As president, Biden has warned about the future of US democracy before, including on the first anniversary of January 6 and in a fiery September 2020 speech where he called Trump and his Republican followers extremists who threatened to take the country backward.
Trump said that there was a lot of love on January the 6th. The rest of the nation, including law enforcement, saw a lot of hate and violence. He refuses to denounce political violence. So hear me clearly. I'll say what Donald Trump won't. Political violence is never, ever acceptable in the United States political system. Never, never, never. It has no place in a democracy, none. At his rally, he jokes about an intruder whipped up by the big Trump lie, taking a hammer to Paul Pelosi's skull and echoing the very same words used on January 6th. Where's Nancy? And he thinks that's funny. He laughed about it. What a sick... My God. And I promise you, I will not let Donald Trump or the MAGA Republicans force us to walk away now. You can't love your country only when you win. You can't love your country only when you win. We all know who Donald Trump is. The question we have to answer is, who are we? That's what's at stake. Who are we?
Biden aides expect the 2024 race will be closely contested and see Pennsylvania as a must-win. Biden won Pennsylvania, where he was born, in 2020 with a 50.01% of the vote. In 2016, Trump won Pennsylvania with 48.58% of the vote.